work, hard work. Hard work, hard work.
What up, YouTube? Verse boy TIM aka Tim Diggity. Alright, so if you can't see there, I got the X7 up in the air. I had mentioned yesterday that it was flat. The front was flat, right? So I just put air in it, but I can also hear the air coming out. I don't know from where, but I hear it coming out. So what I'm gonna do, and let me trust you, man, I needed some help getting that joint up there. Let you see how, let me move it back, let you see how far off the floor it is. Jesus Christ. I need to get in the gym. You know, sun's out, guns out, no? All right, anyway. All right, let me set this up. I'm gonna try something new with the recording as well. Anyway, be right back. All right, let me show you my setup. My glasses. All right, I'm gonna pick this up and show you, all right? My gloves. This is a 4mm hex wrench Jimmy Jam. And that's for these little screws along the side to take the wheel apart. Got a 21mm 1/2" socket, ratchet, extension. Pressure gauge, I don't know why. Air blower thingamajiggy, I don't know why. A phone. Water. So, you know, I got it off. Oh yeah, air compressor, which is sitting right there. I turned it off so it doesn't make a lot of noise. And the bright light. Bucket with a little bit of water in it to see what, hopefully we can find the leak, right? All right, so set the camera up, try and get to it. Right back. So let's go ahead and first pop, there's two, one on each side, same size. Take them off so I can lower the thingamajiggy, the wheel. But you know what? Before I do that, let me look around so I can find something to sit it on. So, well, actually, I think I'll just swing it over. I'll just swing it over to the side here and put it on top of this. On top of the table, sitting on. Or it might sit on my lap. That's until I can take the motor off, because the motor has a wire to it. So it's got these washers that only go on there one-way washers, okay? So nut, 21mm washer, okay? So I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other side. All right, I'm gonna move this stuff out the way so I can move around a little better. Anyway, same thing on the other side. So remember that there is the motor hooked up to this. All right, the motor hooked up because it's dual motor. So the interesting thing on the other side, it did not have that hook. So look, the wheel's already off, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you the motor. The wire to the motor's right here. I'm gonna bring this around and show it to you. I know I'm moving the camera around, but see, the wire's right here. All right, and that's holding the motor right there. All right, so let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Let's figure out. Now, I didn't pre-game this or anything, FYI, y'all. I'm just shooting from the hip. And you guys are at the range with me, if you will. Okay? So, these only go in a certain way. You see they got the little square rectangular looking hole or whatever. It's got a hole on both sides. And now you can see the wire a lot better for the motor. So what I'm gonna do next, because you know they got everything tie wrapped together and stuff, I'm gonna grab that, start taking this wheel apart. If I mess it up, you guys are right here with me. when I messed it up, so. I can't really ride right now anyway, my damn hand hurts so much. And the screws go through all the way to the other side, so it's one screw that goes all the way around, all right? Okay. Okay. All right, so what I just realized, there's two washers that go on the two washers that they go on the inside here. They fell on the floor right there and right there, but they go on the inside of this, or inside of the forks, so, which is the inside of this as well. So we gotta remember that. Gotta remember that. Let's put them back here. Let's keep it moving. I don't want to cut this. I really don't. So I'm gonna try and work around it. All right. Again, of course, there's better ways to do this, but you know, this is my way that I'm gonna do it. So there's 6 of these screws that I'm taking out, and they hold, the rim comes apart in 2 pieces, and you'll see why in a second. That is, if I'm doing it correctly, you'll see why. I'm taking it out so I can have the motor somehow braced up here. Normally I have this lower to the ground where the motor's not hanging so high, but yeah, I don't know. It didn't happen that way today. So let's just get her done, right? I'm eager to see where this flat is, because I believe it has an inner tube in it. So we'll get to the flat as best we can, or at least we'll get to the inner tube, because if you saw my Y10 video, inside the tire had all kind of debris and crap, probably from from the assembly or something, that they didn't have great quality control checks, in my opinion. But not saying that that's what the case is here. I got one more screw, and it's interesting how these little screws will hold this wheel together while you're going down the road doing 40, 50 miles an hour or whatever. So, and don't feel worried that the noise they make when you're breaking them loose. You gotta break them loose, right? So, the wheel's coming apart already. Let's see if we got all of them. Shoot, I dropped one. I dropped 2. I dropped 2. So that's 3. So actually, okay, one's still in the hole. So there's 4. So like I said, I dropped 2. Okay. There it is. All right, so. All right, so this one is different. Yes, this is. This one's gonna be interesting. This is different from the Y10. This front wheel, well, I didn't do the front wheel on the Y10, but this one's definitely different. Let me get these screws and these washers up first before I start getting mad and kicking stuff all over the place. So. So that's 5, and there's one on this tray I'm writing on. And there's 6. All right, so don't do like I'm doing and suspend this by the motor by its cable. This power cable, that's not good. Yeah, this is different on at least on the back wheel, I was able to pull this off all together. So I might have to get a little creative here. I hope I don't have to do all that. I just want to know where the flat is. You know, where the hole to the flat is. This is a big motor. Bring it over here. Look how big that motor is. That thing is big, right? Yeah, I guess because it's a 13 inch. Put you back because it's a 13 inch rim. I'll put you right there a little bit, so. All right, well, I'm about to try something different, I guess. Because what I don't want to have to do is pull this wire all the way out from the battery. I don't want to have to do that to take this tire off. So let's see what the next potential step is. I might have made a headache for myself by not setting this up properly. No, so all right. That's not too bad. If I had a higher workbench on the side, besides me sitting on this, that would have been great. So, okay, I'm gonna get myself together. Be right back. Okay, so I made a command decision because I don't want to have to trace this wire all the way back. I don't have to trace the power wire back, disconnect it from the battery, pull it all the way through, you know, just to take the wheel off. So at least right now I'm not gonna. So what I'm gonna do is put this back together, and then I'll go from, I'll put that slime that I have that I see sitting right over there. I'll put that in the tire and see if that holds. Now, one thing to remember or to consider when you're putting this back together, okay, let me bring this down a little bit for you. All right, so there's a hole right here for the stem to fill it. All right, the inner tube stem. So off camera, of course, I was trying to put it back together without putting the stem through there first. And I was trying to figure out why it wasn't working, but you know, it worked out, but you know, I figured it out. I want to cut this, I really do. I want to cut this, but I don't feel like it, you know. And it's like, see how the tire comes off, the motor and all of that. If I was to take this off, if I was to cut this, I could remove it all together. And life will probably be happy and easier. All right, so we're gonna do that. I don't think it's not gonna reach that. This isn't a good thing to leave it hanging, but I'm gonna do that while I grab some clippers real quick, wire cutters, that I should have had sitting out there already. But I'm back. So, just for the sake of, it's in the way and it's getting on my nerves, I'm gonna go ahead and clip this. And then remove the thingamajiggy, the wheel covers, whatever it's called, that thing. Yeah, so see, now you can get an idea how the wheel comes apart in two pieces, right? If you can't, you know, here's one piece, and here's the piece with the motor on it. Here's the piece with the motor. I'm gonna move it around to get a better look. The piece with the motor. Now, I don't know why they didn't have this piece on the opposite side of the wire. Why? Well, no, I know why. Because you can't. Oh, dummy. Oh, big dummy. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and put this back together. So I'll probably speed through this part, but show you anyway. So I would suggest lining up the little screw holes with the top and the bottom before you go sliding it on there, because although I haven't really tried it, it seems like it's going to be a pain in the anus at first, but maybe not. Maybe I got lucky. So get my screw. I wish this was magnetic, but I think the screws aren't necessarily a metal. Oh well, it might be aluminum or something like that. So yeah, they're still not lined completely up. I think we got bingo, we got action. So I always, like I'm pretty sure I said it before, I try to go cross from each other, counter cross or whatever the heck it's called, just so that, you know, everything's in place, you know, and if I needed to, I can like put it down, put the wheel down without it coming apart and losing the thread line up. But since I got those started, yeah, it seems like we're moving, cooking with oil. So if I was to go ahead and pull this wire all the way back, then I could take the wheel off. That's simple. I'm lazy. Yeah, I'm lazy. I don't feel like dealing with the deck screws and the battery and the blah, blah, blah. But again, if the slime doesn't work, I don't have a choice. You know, especially if I'm trying to ride. You know, I just want to know. I'm gonna have to really inspect the tire to see if there's a nail or a screw or something in there, like what punctured the hole, the inner tube. I mean, what penetrated through the tire? Because the tire is supposed to be one of them self-sealing Jimmy Jams, this, that, and the third. But that doesn't really. I don't think it is actually. I might be misquoting that because it has an inner tube. So why would it be? Yeah. So the tire has an inner tube. So, but yeah, this is just a matter of just tightening. Bringing the two pieces of the wheel back together, tightening them up. You know, I don't want to go down the block doing, well, I don't do 55, 60, I don't know. Doing 35, close to 40, and this joint come apart on me. So that probably that doesn't sound like fun, does it? Yeah, it doesn't sound like fun to me either. So remember, there's 6 of them. So keep your count. Now what I'm doing is I'm going around, you know, across from each other, and I'm tightening them, and then I'm going to start from the stem and work my way around clockwise. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's my lesson in Spanish for you guys as well. That's probably about as much as I remember from school anyway. But let me see here. Now remember what I was saying earlier when I was taking it off. This is cut to fit in here a certain way. So that makes it easier to put it back on because you don't have to figure out how it goes on. You get what I'm saying? And also, oh yeah, almost forgot. Yeah, y'all didn't remind me. On the opposite side, these 2 washers, they go on there as well as the fender. Now I gotta put the fender crap back in there. I sure do, don't I? The one I just cut. So yeah, I'll do that. That's interesting how they come up with these things. I mean, I don't have to put that, you don't have to put that back on there, but if you don't expect rocks and dirt and maybe even water, if you ride in the rain, to come beat you up, you're gonna be splashing up in your face, you know. Okay, I got stuff shooting off the scooter into the back of me and stuff. So Yeah. So now the fork's gonna give me a headache, huh? That's what I need. That's exactly what I need in my life, the forks. Yeah, I think I'm putting something on here that doesn't belong, perhaps. Yeah. All right, what I'm gonna do is gonna work this out and be right back. So what I figured out is, all right, I was trying to put it on wrong. So you wanna slide the wheel back, right, underneath, and then come up. I was going one side at a time, trying to come up, you know. I don't know why. Well, I know why, because I didn't know what the heck I was doing, that's why, but. So I'm just gonna screw the nuts on both sides, you know, give it a little bit of snug tight, a little snug tight to it. Well, I'm gonna try and do that. Doesn't want to be cooperative. I mean, what else is new? You know, what in life is easy? You know, if this was easy, everyone would be doing it, right? Jeez, as much as I done done with these scooters, maybe I ought to become a scooter tech mechanic dude, boy. Them Jones. I will say I like the fact that everything is cut to a shape so it only fits on one way. I'll say that as far as the washers go. So like that one on this side here where my right hand is, at least I'm not worried about it not lining up with the hole. Because remember I said it had a little hole in there to keep it in place. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that back on there. Tighten it up snug. Tighten this one up snug. Snug this. Snug. Snug. It's in the caliper, so you know I'll take that. All right, so let me figure my life out and see what I'm gonna do next. I'll be right back. All right, so I'm about to do a thorough, there it is, thorough check of the tire to see whether or not there's anything sticking out of it that I'm not looking at. I'm gonna move this light behind me now so that it's shining on the spectacular tires or whatever. I don't know if that's gonna really help because my shadow is gonna be in the way of it, huh? Canadian, eh? I'll lower the light as well. Maybe, I hate to move the camera around on y'all, but gotta do what I gotta do, right? I'm trying to show y'all what I'm doing as well. But at the same time, I'm trying to do it right as well. So, all right, so there's the camera. I'm gonna put you right there. Can you see that? That work? That works. All right, so let's take a look by just slowly rolling the tire around to see if there's anything that I see and make sure that I got my spectacles on as well. So you know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I'll be right back one more time. All right, so what I did was I went and I got my flashlight. Boom, see? This is what I use for work, and I'll leave it at that. So I know I got a bright light on it, but I'm gonna have a light focused on it as well. See, it's even brighter. So I'm just gonna take a look around and see. I mean, there could be so many things function putting a hole in there. All right, bear with me. I'm gonna run and get something else. Someone got a flathead screwdriver. just so that if I do see something, I can mess with it to see if it's like something metal that's puncturing the tire. Because I do be over there riding through the construction area. I don't know why. Dummy. Yeah, there it is. That's why. But, you know, it is what it is, right? Not really. I like working on it, but I don't like having to work on it. That makes sense? Oh, wait, what is this? Ooh, got a little slit right here. Yeah, we got a little hole right there. Like I done ran over something that cut through it. Let me see if I can get the GoPro a little closer for you guys to see it. I'm sorry about moving it around like I'm moving it around. It's right there. Oh shoot. Let me see. Maybe if I brought this one over. That ain't help either. It's a little slit right there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got a little slit right there. I'm gonna drop my flashlight. I'm gonna move everything back and get back to what I was showing. I should be. I'm horrible at the editing type stuff, but I'm not a professional. I'm just you out here trying to do the same thing. It's something that I own. I think I own it. All right. So that's one mark. Oh, what's this? That's just rocks. So that one little slit right there, that might be, you know, hopefully whatever it was that did it though, all it did was it went through there, sliced it, and we, oh my goodness, we kept it moving. Got another little mark right here. Dang. I might have to get a tire and change all of this. Yep, I'm gonna contact the boy Frank in Texas. He owed me a solid because I had that extra battery they sent me, and I was nice and sent it back even after they told me it was worth like $500-600. Damn, I got a lot of little crease looking things in here. I don't know if they puncture all the way through, but anyway. All right, so I'm gonna try the slime and we'll see. All right, let me show you how to slime real quick. So here's the slime. I don't know if y'all remember I used it on the Y10. I don't remember. Actually, it did work because I still got the two inner tubes that I bought to replace the stuff sitting over there. So I'm gonna give it a shot. All right, but what I am noticing is that the battery on the GoPro is about to die, of course. So I'm gonna go ahead and change that. I'll be right back. So let's try the slime, right? So the first part of the slime is take this little cap off that it comes with. Don't lose this cap if you ever buy it. Don't lose this cap because it's how you take out the little piece inside that's inside the valve stem. And also, don't lose that either. So you just push it on there and you unscrew it. Okay, it didn't work. So let's try it again. I might have to use that little flathead I have to pry the valve stem forward because there's really no air in it. So yeah, that was it. So no, that wasn't it. See, the thing is the slime, the whole idea of using slime doesn't work unless you're able to get that valve out and put it back in as well. So this isn't working. All right, I'm gonna grab a bigger screwdriver for coming back to you. Just walking over here. I'm not gonna turn anything off. Just grab it. Every time I open the garage door, somebody's daggone alarm is going off every time. Now if I didn't have the garage door open, I wouldn't be hearing any of that, I bet you. There it is. So I had to had to pry the stem itself. And see, I don't know if you can see it, but that's the inside of the stem. But that's important, so don't lose that. All right, then once you do that, all the air should, if there's any in there, it'll come out. All right, so now, that's why I'm really gonna put my gloves on, okay? And I'm gonna put my gloves on because I don't want this stuff on me. So it comes with a little tube, all right? Clean out the old stuff. All right, anyway. Put that on top of the tube head or whatever the hell it's called. And then you want to put it on the valve itself. You know, shoot. All right, one more time. Let me get this. I'm gonna put it on at the bottom, and I'm gonna roll it around because you should do it towards the top. It says. I ain't gonna lie. I read the instructions. Ouch! I read the instruction. So I'm just gonna press it on here while it's here. But I'm gonna roll the wheel up so that way there, the slime is able to get in there. And how much you put in there, I don't really know, because the measurements on here that's given are really for like a bicycle or something like that. So I'm just gonna put that much in there, yeah, however that much is. All right, and I'm gonna let it fall back down. I'm gonna pull the hose off. And I'm gonna let this stand straight up so it'll drain back down into the bottle itself. Cause that's the only one I got. All right, now I'm gonna pry this again like I was saying. Don't forget to put the stem back in. Well, you'll know, cause you won't be able to put the air in. The air will just keep coming out, I mean. So you'll know whether or not it's in. And you wanna make it tight, but not too tight where you strip it. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and grab the hose for my air compressor. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and try and put some air in this. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. Of course not. Without the normal thing, which is to pry. Doesn't bother me. I'm out. Now I don't know what the PSI is. I guess it's on here. So it says the PSI is 40 cold. Okay, what the hell? I mean, you know, all right, 40 cold. What about when it's like not cold? Well, I guess that's partly why I got this thingamajiggy sitting over here I was talking about. Let me grab it. Pressure gauge. Yeah, I guess I was gonna try and do it correctly. But I still hear air coming out. Man, that's only 30, believe that. And I turned the compressor off because I don't want it kicking in, making all that noise while I'm recording. So, all right, now that's 75. 70. 65. That's at 40, right? 55. 50. Why do I keep taking it off? I don't know. 45. The air is coming out. Wait, let me see. Did I do that backwards? No, put air and then roll the tire. So maybe I didn't put enough in there. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna get the key. I'm gonna run the scoop. I'll be right back. So it doesn't appear the slime's working, so because I can still hear air coming out somewhere. I can't see it, and I mean, I don't want to put the motor in the water. Normally I would take just the inner tube out and dip that in the water and move it around until I see bubbles and then go from there. But so I'm gonna end up getting a tire and an inner tube. I actually just finished texting the dude in Texas from YUME that's been sort of my partner, if you will. Now, I don't have a partner in China, but anyway, you get what I'm saying. He's not in China, he's in Texas. My man Frank, he's a good guy. He doesn't even work for YUME, he helps them out. But so asking them if I have to take this power wire all the way from the back of the battery off and stuff. So so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put air in this, and I'm gonna ride it. First I'm gonna struggle to get it off this damn counter, this workbench that I created, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna ride and see if riding it around helps to move the slime around, because I put more slime in there off camera, and I'll be back. All right, so bear with me. All right, so I was talking to the poor Frank that I was telling y'all about. He works with YUME, doesn't necessarily work for YUME. He works for the owner's brother or something. And he was saying on the side with the disc to take the 5 screws or the 6 screws that hold the actual motor together. He said take them out, and then there's a little lip here where you pry it apart. So wish me luck. I mean, I don't want to go down to a 1 motor scooter, but I'm gonna give it a shot. All right, I'll be back. I'm not gonna put y'all through the pain in case I get mad. All right, be back. So YouTube, here we go. Woo! It's not pretty like it used to be with the nicks on there, because you know this is, hey, when it's yours. But see, it came off, right? So it's got a little bit of glue on there. I'll give them that. They do, you know, put stuff on there to stay. And so there's the 6 little holes that I was talking about. I don't know if you can really see them, but 6 of them, just like the other one. And this slides off. Then I can take and set that to the side. Now I think that's called the stator. Whatever it's called, I don't want to touch it. And I don't want to get it dirty. So I'm going to take the wheel apart. So you actually end up taking the motor out from the motor side, I believe, instead of the rim side. But let me put my gloves back on, figure it out, and I'll be back. Yo, if I didn't mention, I took the wheel back off, yeah. So what I did was, I took the little half wheel part. Let me see if you can see it. Move that out the way. It's the half wheel part that normally, when you pull it off, it's on the opposite side of the motor wire. Well, at least on the Y10, it's on the opposite side of the motor wire. So it just comes off, and you can just slide the tire and the wheel off on the other side and work on it. The caliper, I mean the rotor, which is, you know, for the brake, is always, well, on the Y10, it's on the same side, and it's on the motor side where the wire goes. This one here, they put the motor wire on one side and then the brake stuff on the other. So it makes it hard to do. So what I did was, I deflated the inner tube, and then I pulled it out so that I could fill it up and do an audio check. And I found the little leak, which is, of course you're not gonna be able to see it, but I'll try and show you anyway. It's right here where this finger's pointing. You can see a little bit of the green slime coming through. So what I did besides, you know, I put more, well, I didn't put more slime in there, but I filled it with air, and then I rotated the tire around so that the slime would, you know, I did like so that the slime would find its way towards the hole. Because when I first did it, there was none in there. Now, I don't know if it's holding or not, but I don't hear the air anymore. So perhaps I've averted having to take all the wire and everything out, the motor wire and stuff. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put those 6 screws back in, because I only put, I think, 2 or 3 of them in there to hold the actual, the other side of the motor back onto the motor itself. I'm gonna put those back. I'm gonna put this inner tube back in here, hopefully. And and then I'm gonna put the wheel back together and we'll go from there, right? Let's see how it works out. All right. Oh, and this has been very important, you know, or helpful, should I say? Because trying to deflate that, but just make sure you take some air out before you remove this, or you're gonna do what, shoot the pin, and then you may be needing to buy a new inner tube because you lost that piece, the valve. See, once I do that, then I can do this, and I should have paid attention to where the little hole was, because I can feel the slime in there. Oh boy, can I. It's over here somewhere, I believe. I done lost track already. But, yeah. Yeah, I can feel it in there. Hopefully it doesn't throw off the balance. Well, there is no balance. That's why the back wheel vibrates. So see, this is what I did. I'm doing it backwards. I just pulled the inner tube around that, which is the half rim, and the half rim's out the way. And put my glove on. You get my hands dirty. Dirt bag. Safety first, people. Safety first. All right. Then after I did that, I pulled the tire up, and I just, I took the flashlight and inspected the inside of the tire. I don't know where it pinched, but I didn't see it. So this is the part that you got to be a little mindful of, because if you worked on any kind of bicycle or anything like that, you know you don't want the tire all bent up and twisted and stuff. I gotta be careful when I squeeze it too. I don't want to shoot this, because I took the inner part of the valve stem out, the slime will come right back out. So this is harder than I thought it was going to be, putting this back in here. But I don't know. I ain't gotta mess with that battery. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I don't have to mess with that battery. So what I'm gonna do, because it's me, is I'm gonna put this pin back in here, and I am going to inflate the inner tube to make sure it's sitting in the tire correctly before I put it all back together, and it isn't. But that's just me. I just want to make sure it's, and listen out for any air leaks. All right. I don't know if I have them or not. You know, that's the thing with that. I don't know if I do or don't. But it's not as prevalent as it was. It's not jumping out at me. Alright, so I'm gonna lighten, loosen this up just a little bit to let some of the air out. The other reason I let the air out is so that when I put this back on, the tire, the wheel itself, you know, I try not to pinch it, but I leave a little bit of air in there because I don't want to pinch it. Does that make sense? To me, it makes dollars. So, you see what I did there? That makes sense. It makes dollars. Let's go. Tim Diggy. That's trademark, patented, or whatever. Yeah. Pending. There it is. So that's in there. So now let's line this up and get a screw or two in here so that I can deal with the other side. See, already. Right there already. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I was about to mess it all up. See the tire sticking out right here. Which means that it's sitting in there incorrectly, right? Yes. No. Possibly. Yeah. All right. Get in there. All right, so I'm gonna do all this. I'll be back. All right, so yeah, I put it all back together. Took it off of there. I should have showed you how I did it. So pretty much what I do is I roll it over, put the front wheel up, holding the brakes, start rolling it forward, lifting the back up. The front is the heavy part, so got it up there. I'm gonna go around the block real quick. And see what's going on, but I ain't gonna film that. All right, I'll be back. I said I wasn't gonna show this, but you're gonna see why I'm gonna video this test of the flat repair in a second. You're gonna see why. I don't know why they did this, especially to somebody like me. It's ridiculous, but here we go. I'll be back. Now you're gonna see why I'm doing it. I don't know why they would do this to me. I had to put my helmet on, my glasses come back. I gotta see what my speed is. There it is right there. Let's see if it pick me up. 30 miles. And I'm in first gear. So I got the dial, the control panel, or I got the controller dial set up right because it's showing 30 miles. I'm gonna go down and go back to, I'm gonna try second gear. Like I said, I don't know why they did that. Who put that there? But thank you. I watch out for these people in cars, though. Look at them. They will run you over. So that was mode 1, 30. Go to mode 2. I ain't gonna go past that, I ain't gonna lie to you. See how fast we can get. Oh man, I hope this car don't make a left. Well, let's see. The car in the way, I'm at 34, 38, 39, 40. Got the 40. In second gear. All right, I'm good. All right, so first gear was 30, second gear was 40. I think I could have got faster, but I didn't start off at the same point though. I'm not gonna go to third mode or mode 2 and mode 1. I'm not going to mode 3. All right, Peace. All right, you two birds, that was just a little bit of fun messing around. Like I said, I don't know why they put that speedometer there, that speedometer or whatever, radar detector, because I'm gonna be going back and forth a couple times when I get up and running. I mean, my hands still hurt, but whatever. So anyway, seems like it's holding. Hopefully I pieced the video together good enough for you. So if you haven't, like, if you don't mind, subscribe. If you haven't, leave a comment. I appreciate it. Peace. Oh, my bad, I forgot to say, this was what I was messing with, this wireless mic thing. But the only thing is it's on the phone. It doesn't hook up to the GoPro. The one I have for the GoPro is wired, not wireless, so it's not really practical, really, because the wires would get in my way. Plus, I took the extended wire to work where I need it. Well, anyway.